Hey guys, it's Ethan. So I thought I'd make a little bit video about the process of shading, for starters, the pencils you use, and so on. Just a few little tips that I've learned over the years. So I've already started off this image. So first you want to start with, actually before I get to anything about the drawing, always make sure you have a scrap piece of paper. You always want to lean your hand on this piece of paper when you're shading certain parts of the drawing. If not, and you just use your hand, you're going to get grease marks everywhere. So if you want to do a background, say, you're going to see your little grease finger marks everywhere. Also, it'll smudge your drawing, leaving it messy and not as clean and crisp looking. So the pencil I like to start off with first is the lightest one I have, which is the H pencil. So first you want to start off with kind of a, let me set this slide up, kind of a base, a kind of a mapping of where you want things to be. So I don't know if you can see this already on here, but I have a little map out the shirt already. Kind of just lightly drawing where you want things to be. Now when doing wrinkles and clothes, you always want to go dark to light to dark. You want to give it that kind of popping feeling. This is kind of something I mapped in earlier. Still needs a lot of darker shades. Alright, so you got your wrinkle mapped out. So always dark to light. Now, when shading, I never like to do this. Let me zoom in here. I never like shading like this. It's just, it looks messy, you can see the lines, and when you go to shade it, it's just not as clean looking. When shading a spot, you always want to do circular motions. So instead of going back and forth, you want to do light, circular motions. It gives it more of a clean blend. So then when you go to shade, it's much more cleaner. You don't see those little edges and lines and so on. So, back to our drawing. Alright, so this is gonna be my light spot. You're gonna see me erase quite a bit. Very OCD about where things should be. Actually, so you want to kind of just, again, map things out. Always do your darker shades first and then go to light. Gives you more of a sense of where things are going to be. Again, don't forget those circular motions. Sometimes I kind of forget and I realize I'm doing kind of a scratchy job. Now, a big part of shading are these fancy little tools here. I'm not sure what they're called. I think they're just shading pencils. You can get them in all sizes. I'm pretty sure I have a mini one around here somewhere. But these are terrific for shading. They're probably my favorite thing. Also, you can just use, you know, one of those face wash things for makeup. Get them at the dollar store. So you want to just press, not too heavy. And as you make your way out from dark to light, you want to just give less pressure. And it gives it that nice, clean, shaded look. Again, don't forget your circular motions. It really is a very good technique to making it look nice and clean. You also want to make sure that the wrinkle doesn't look too crisp. Again, I'm also looking at a reference photo for this on my computer beside me, so I have a good sense of where things are going. Now to even clean it up more, again, you can use these little cotton things. You won't want it to be too white, so kind of lightly go over that a bit. Now, these are something I really enjoy and I use a lot, are these little erasers. Very small. Let's see if I can zoom it on this. Very small. They come in these little packages here. Pretty sure you can get them at any art store. They work perfectly for small detail like hair, eyes. So you kind of want to just like lightly push it out. Let's see, my wrinkle kind of went funny. Don't forget, you always have an eraser, so you can always erase your mistakes and start again. Also, another great tool, perfect for wiping away eraser pieces, so you don't use your hand and get your oils on there again and smudge everything. So I'm just going to go in here and do some darker spots. Another wrinkle coming down over here. It's a little bit lighter than the other one. Again, I'm still using my H pencil just because it's a very light shirt. So I don't want to do it too much. Again, just mapping everything out. The squeaking in the background is my puppy playing with his new ball. Kind of drives me insane because it squeaks a lot. But at least he's having fun. Probably drives our neighbors insane. Again, you want to go dark to light. Notice how I'm doing dark, light. Usually you have to do another little dark spot here. So dark, light, dark, light, dark, light. Always remember that for shading clothing and wrinkles and everything. Again, I'm going to go through all of this and make all this darker. just mapping everything out. Zoom this out a bit so you can see. Again, you can see the wrinkles starting to take place. Alright, so I got most of this mapped out. I'm going to leave all this for later. So the next thing you want to do is grab your HB pencil. You don't want to go too dark, just because it's very fair skinned baby and a very light photo. But always with every drawing, this is what my art teacher always told me, was never be afraid to go dark. If you leave a photo just one shade like this, sure you got some dark spots in the eyes here, you know, some in the shirt, but it's never going to pop if you don't make it darker. So never be afraid to go dark. So for a good example, there's going to be a lot of shading here just because it's in a crease. So we're going to go ahead, I'm just going to zoom in on my image here, and we're going to go a bit darker. But going darker is going to show that that is going to be a dark crease. It won't be toned like the rest of it. You guys can probably hear me breathing really heavy. My nose is clogged. Those dang allergies. Alright, so we've gone quite a bit darker. So we're just gonna, again, not push too hard. If you want to go lighter, don't push too hard at all. Just go very, very light. Now see how that darker shade just really brings out that little highlight in the shirt. You can even go a little darker in the crease just to make it really pop. Alright. I could probably do this spot for hours, but we're just gonna leave it for that. Now as you can see, I got a little on the arm, so again, the eraser comes in handy just to clean everything up. This goes down a little bit more, so you can kind of lightly push. Alright, so let's move our way to this wrinkle up here. You can kind of see where I did darker shades already, but we're gonna go ahead and do a bit darker. Not too much, just to show that, you know, that it pops a bit. It's actually probably too dark, but I'll leave that. And again, I'm still learning how to do shirts, I have a thing with patience, and I don't always have a lot of patience, so it is very, it's a very slow process, for sure. But patience is definitely key when it comes to drawing. If you don't have patience, there's no point to doing it. So you really gotta learn patience. This goes in a bit. Oh no, my dog's playing with his thing again. Squeaky ball. So you wanna go ahead and just keep putting in those dark shades. And for bigger areas, you can use your bigger shading tool. You don't need a lot of pencil on there just because it really sticks to this, and sometimes it goes darker than expected, so you gotta really be picky with how much you put on the paper. Again, I am barely pushing on this. Just making just enough for it to kind of give it that right kind of shade. You just kind of keep playing with it until you get the right shade that you need. Again, just mapping things out. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think those are pretty much the only steps you need to know to really shade anything, I guess, whether it be hair, eyes, the face, the shirt. Just remember, go dark to light. Don't be afraid to do darker shades. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to comment. I hope this video was okay. First time making a video or teaching anything about drawing. So comment below if you have any questions. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.